Hello folks, this is Mike. Welcome to my shop. About 6 months ago, I did a YouTube review and test on this saw. This is the Dewalt DWS779 Type 21 12-inch sliding miter saw. During the course of that test, we talked about the saw's assets and its liabilities. We also tested its cutting capabilities. And then I showed you each feature on the saw and showed you how it worked. Well, I've received some disconcerting news since that time. Some of my viewers have contacted me. There's a new model out, a Type 22. This is the Type 21. On the Type 22, a couple of those key features I demonstrated are no longer there. So for whatever reason, Dewalt has selected to omit those from the new model. This put me in something of a dilemma. I would hate for you to watch my video or one of the other great videos on YouTube about this saw and go out and buy the saw, get it home, set it up, and be really disappointed. So I'm doing this video buyer's alert so that you as a buyer can make an informed decision. Now before we continue, I'd like to remind you that what we're talking about here are basically bolt-on features. They in no way affect the frame or the motor assembly, the slide assembly, or any of that on this saw. It's still the same basic, dependable, rock-solid saw that I reviewed 6 months ago. So let's get down to brass tacks. What are these two features that are missing? Well, the first one is the slide lock. Now, this is more of a convenience item in my opinion. And we're referring to this lock here. It looks a lot like a screen door latch. And when you engage it, it locks the carriage so that it won't move back and forth. That may seem like something you wouldn't want to do, but what this actually does is lock the saw into a traditional miter saw mode or chop saw mode. I think it's a very convenient thing because most of my cuts are under 8 inches at 90 degrees. For that kind of cut, you don't need the carriage to move, and to me it's more of an irritant when it moves than it is a help. And I say it's a convenience because there's also at the back of your saw the travel lock. You know, when you travel with the saw, you always drop it and turn this lock in the back. And you engage this so it can't move. Well, you can use that same lock to lock it into a miter saw mode, just like this latch does. The only difference is you have to kind of position this where it needs to be. With the latch, the thinking's automatically done for you. Now the second missing feature may be more problematic for some folks, and we're talking about the bevel paws here. Now the bevel paws are set stops for making bevel cuts at 22.5 and 33 1/3 degrees. Great for molding work. And they allow you to make repeating cuts without a lot of fuss. Notice that they are on both sides of the saw, and all you have to do is swing them in and out like so as needed. You can also use your bevel adjustment screw and set these up to be very accurate. Now you'll have to decide for yourself how serious an omission this is. I've had the saw for almost a year now, and I've never used the bevel paws. Mainly because for crown molding and such, I've got a set of these. These are jigs, factory-made jigs called cut and crown, and they're designed to cut several different sizes and styles of crown molding without having to bevel your saw. So if you don't have the bevel paws on your saw, what do? Well, you have to simply use your bevel gauge on your saw, and you just want to make sure that you set it accurately at the right angle. When I bought this Dewalt saw, the thing I was mostly interested in was not the feature set, but the cutting capabilities. But having said that, there are other saws in this price range that still offer these bevel stops. So that's kind of what you're going to have to weigh, features versus, cutting capabilities. But if you decide you want these features and you want to stick with the Dewalt, the problem is that you'll need to upgrade to the much more expensive model 780. Of course, that model does include a better blade, and it includes their really excellent shadow line cutting technology, which this one doesn't have. And if you want to see my original video, I think it's a good idea for you to do that, of course. There will be a clickable thumbnail picture at the end of this video, and there will be a clickable link in the video description. Remember that when you go to your home center or tool store, they'll probably still have a Type 21 out as their display model. And those features on that saw may not match what's in the box. Now, how do you tell what model it is? Well, for one thing, the model number really doesn't appear on the box. Most websites don't even make a mention of it. So this is kind of a difficult thing. But the only place I know of that you can see that model number is right here on the decal on the motor. It'll be right under DWS779 in small letters. And please understand, folks, I'm not trying to discourage you from buying this saw. I think it's still a great saw even without these features. But you have to decide for yourself, based on the work you need to do, whether or not this is the saw for you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for today. Please be sure to go below and like our video, and be sure to click that subscribe button and ring that bell, because we've got more great videos coming. And until next time, thanks for watching.